Hi everybody, I'm Laura Taylor and my presentation today is on careers in psychology. Psychology is a field that provides people with various career opportunities in positions from everything that ranges from therapy to positions in education. And because there's so many different career opportunities of what you can go into with your psychology degree, it can often be difficult to narrow down those numerous choices and to choose one that's going to best fit you. I can kind of personally relate to this because I've been interested in psychology since I first started coming to Heritage, and I've had a pretty hard time finding out where exactly I want to go with it. I've considered multiple careers at this point, and I haven't actually come to a conclusion yet, but I did learn a lot when I was doing this analysis. This analysis will compare and contrast the pros and cons of the different jobs, including their average salary, the expected job growth, and the educational level needed, along with the degrees needed, in order to conclude which jobs have the most potential to make a lifelong fulfilling career. Now, for the sake of time, I only analyzed 3 different careers in this analysis, but I would have liked to look at a lot more. The 3 careers I analyze are first school counseling, then psychiatry, and finally positions in education. So, first off, school counseling. The Institute for Career Research states that school psychologists work with children from preschoolers through high school to ensure that each child benefits optimally from the educational experience. Day-to-day job responsibilities for school counselors typically include evaluating children's needs, academically, socially, and emotionally, through different methods, helping others understand child development, and working closely with not only children but also their families. In order to become a school counselor, one must have at least a master's degree in school psychology, along with having obtained a license in their respective state. The licensing process for different states is different, and it even changes sometimes in the states themselves. So I wasn't able to list one that would just be a general on how you would become licensed. In the state of Washington, I think there's exams you have to take, but I could be off on that. I'm not totally sure. Okay, so what does the salary for school counselors look like? Well, I was able to find this chart by the Bureau of Labor Statistics showing the median annual wages of school and career counselors. So the Bureau of Labor Statistics puts the median annual wage at $53,370. The figure shows this in comparison to other working counseling, such as social workers, along with comparing it to all occupations in the U.S. economy. As you can see from the graph, school counselors make a higher annual median wage than both those in other counseling positions, and then also the average annual wage for all occupations. My next career that I'm going to be looking at is psychiatry. Psychiatrists are defined by the Bureau of Labor Statistics Occupational Outlook Handbook as physicians who diagnose, treat, and help prevent disorders of the mind. There's a couple of things that set psychiatrists apart from counselors or therapists. One of the main things is that going into psychiatry requires a lot more training. You go through the whole medical school process, including residency, and this can add approximately 8 years onto your total school time. Along with this extra training, actually, because of this extra training, psychiatrists also have the ability to prescribe medications to their patients, among other things. So what's the salary for psychiatrists look like? Well, the Bureau of Labor Statistics puts the median annual wage for psychiatrists at $245,673. Figure 2 over here shows psychiatry. It's included in the category of physicians by the Bureau of Labor Statistics Occupational Outlook Handbook. It shows that psychiatry comes in above all other jobs in healthcare, and it also comes in above the total median annual wage for all occupations in the U.S. economy. The final career that I picked to look at today was education. Now, when there's educational jobs for psychology majors, typically from high school on up, sometimes even in grades slightly below high school, I focused on college teaching in this analysis. The job description for teaching in psychology reads, psychology lecturers teach undergraduate and postgraduate students studying psychology at university and other higher education institutions. The educational levels for those teaching psychology at a college kind of differ some, but at least a master's degree is required. Many professors may have doctorates. Along with the job description of actually teaching, psychology majors in education may also be doing research at their schools. Okay, the salary for positions in education. The Bureau of Labor Statistics lists the median annual wage for those teaching college psychology at $79,370. The graph over here from the Bureau of Labor Statistics shows this in comparison with other educational opportunity positions and all occupations in the United States. As you can see, post-secondary teachers earn more than those in other educational occupations, along with those in the all occupations category. In conclusion, I found that there isn't one perfect job for everybody. All of the jobs that I analyzed had pros and cons and benefits and downsides. For example, psychiatry has a much higher salary than a lot of other jobs. However, you also have to put in a lot more years of school, and there's the risk of significant debt after you get out of school. My ultimate conclusion was that you should consider your own personal goals, needs, etc., personality traits when you're picking a job in psychology. All the same, I hope that this analysis helped you to learn a little something about the different fields in psychology and the options that you might have if you want to go into something in psychology. And that is the end of my presentation on careers in psychology. Thank you for listening, and I hope again that this was able to help you in some manner.